was something I was very sensitive about. And I worked this play with the actor as closely as I could to sort of say, listen, you need this. You need to feel comfortable in who these characters are and what they say. And so we're going to do this kind of together in this draft as we get into rehearsal. And you know, it's so funny. The story of the play was the compelling narrative of, it was the 80s and everything in Overtown was coming down, including the Mary Elizabeth. And so Pryor and I, you know, he would say to me, this is how I would say this. I said, well, I'm, you know, does that mean, what am I doing in terms of writing the dialogue? How do we get to that? Understanding it's very fluid between us. My goal is to write a story of a community that has no other story about it. And it's about an actor, and you're the actor. You're gonna do all of this stuff. And this came out of your neighborhood and your own experience. He said, let's not be concerned about that. And again, it was the 80s. So, you know, when those ladies came to see the show and they were watching him and then looking around to say, who wrote this, you know, and seeing it was me, we both, you know, he and I just shook hands. And he, for the same, you know, me, I was like, you know, I don't mean to be trying to pull something over anybody's head. I'm trying to do the job that the commission asked of me and that I'm being paid to do. And as a writer, I want to do, because there's a whole new way this play is structured I have never approached before. And John, wanted to make sure that these ladies were accepting him in all of this storytelling. And they did. So I suppose somehow we managed to pull it off. There have been people who have said, why don't you do that play again? You know, including Dorothy, who has I guess she has one of the original drafts of it in the archives. But, you know, I keep sort of coming back to it. And I keep thinking, you know, I need to give this to Terrell McCraney and see what he thinks of it. And Terrell was a student at New World. And he was one of my very first shorts for kids playwrights that we would, during summer shorts at the festival, we would do a training with playwrights, young high school playwrights I'd find through their thespian adjudication. You know, like, here, I'm this person and I'm doing this and I like this play you wrote. Will you agree for 6 weeks on a weekend to come and spend some time working on plays and meeting your peers and, you know, working on a script so that we can do this? And I just remember at the time thinking, you know, this kid Terrell he's going to be something. But I have at times thought I should just give him this and see what he thinks, because the play could be opened up. It should be a movie in its own way. Because again, that story is not told